Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
I don't actually know. Okay, so what happened then? He was walking along. He must have had the cactus with him when he was trying to drop off the book. I don't know, and then I guess he must have fallen, or he dropped the pot, so it got cracked, and it soiled the newspaper and left behind one of the quills. He wasn't trying to assassinate us. It just was bad luck.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
Oh, really, Jean? Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that. And my paper was ruined.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
Very good.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's
Ouch.
true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
That was a bit harsh. Of course, all that time spent trying to solve this mystery, he could have just gotten himself another copy of The Strand. I know what to do.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Cryptography.
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Damn, you don't say that. We're going to say take the game to a different level. Alright, saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night, with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what has transpired.
Come, Dr.
Okay.
Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so now that we've done that, now what? Where are we trying to go here? So the Strand, we got portrait. Can we talk to him now then?
Let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what,
Okay, Mikey.
tomorrow's
Thanks for
edition of
hanging
The
out.
Strand is on
Have a
me.
good rest of your day. Okay, I think that means we probably can leave this place. Away, Watson. Let's go.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings
True.
us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh,
Wonderful.
good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Cool. Do you say a kidnapping or just a disappearance? Which would be interesting. Wait, can I pull it up and see what was said there? Someone has a large mansion nearby? Yeah. Because we know that the what's-his-name guy disappeared too. Am I even going
Not
the right
much
way?
further now.
Okay, not much further now. I'm guessing this might be the place. This looks very mansion-y.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles, and it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Yeah, take that. Let's see here. Why won't you investigate?
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick.
That makes sense. I mean, I can understand it.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Okay. Let's see here. When did he vanish?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
He escaped? You describe him.
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A
Hey, Stephen.
Maori, all the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English, never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Hey, where does he live?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
He has his own
Of course,
shack?
but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
I hate this guy with a passion already? Yeah. Found the first clues in the garden, let me know. Wait, let you know... Well, I haven't gotten to the garden yet. Why would he run away?
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Wow. He ran away before.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Welcome back, Side. How's it been going? Well, I got a little caught up with not having all of the proper information, so I was kind of going around in circles, not finding an answer until we found a little bit more to work with. That aside, though, it's great. Did you steal anything?
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he
Oh,
must
no,
have
Andrew,
fled
that
with
sucks.
some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna take a look around the mansion first. Investigation scene found. Wasn't it Z? AKA slave capture. Yeah, exactly. It's okay to start drinking, right? Yeah. Go for it. So, okay, why could I not go in that way? I guess we're probably going to try to head back to his shack. Theoretically, there's a shack back here? Yes. What do we have going on? What is that supposed to be?
Chewing tobacco.
Okay, chewing tobacco. Oh, there's a footprint.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
It's like a magical fish or an amoeba. There's 3 things here, apparently. Tap C. Oh, is that what this is about here? Well, no. It's not there. Well, I don't even know what it is. Steven, how are you doing today? Having a good day? I'm gonna come back to this. Keep looking around the garden. That's one below your shoe size? Damn. Look in a different spot. I'll go back to it. Concentration helps you pick up smaller details about the world around you. When you see a wavy green circle, press Q to observe the object more closely. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. Don't forget to pin the relevant evidence. Some clues won't be visible without it. See, it's not C. Knee print hiding.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Okay.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Okay. So is this with enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past. Press Q to see imagination nodes, interact with nodes to begin, create an accurate version of events. So we can say it was here. We don't have anything next. Okay. Got it. How do I get out of here? Next. Previous. Next. Q. Okay, there we go. Radioactive chewing tobacco? That's kind of the best kind, I think.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Yep, that's true. Lock with an unusual keyhole. Okay. Art. Oh, what's this?
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Okay, which might have been used to force him out. Instead of having to go in there. I mean, if he was a big guy, strong as 2 men, right? Parallel tracks. Wheels.
What could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Okay. Wheel tracks. What do we know about that? Yeah, I'm gonna go into his house in a moment, but I'm trying to put on my detective cap. Think about the things that I'm seeing. You know, be less of just a passive, passively experience this and actually actively try and solve these things as we're coming across them.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
I'm gonna say that's what that looked like. Anything else? What else is there over here? See the shovel. Tools. I don't really look so far. I can't move. Wait, I can move a little bit. Never mind. Okay. Move over here. Spyglass.
A small navy spyglass.
Okay. Piece
A
of
scrap of
fabric.
Hessian.
Scrap of Hessian. That is, we've got wood planks.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Okay, which can kind of make sense that if he fell down face first into there.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
All right.
No air coming through it.
Yeah, we know that. Bones. Small bones, though.
Button chops. The remains of a meal. A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan.
It's an opioid?
That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Okay. What else do we have here? We've seen that, and we've seen this. I can't look up. There's another clue around? Oh, I see, just the ash in general. Okay.
The ashes are long since cold.
Okay. Now I think we've found everything in here. It seems to me like what did he would have disappeared the night before last is what Steinwick said. Somebody plugged his stove. Oh, I can hear.
Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit? Or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
Somebody plugged it up, he woke up, he stumbled out. That's my guess. Very cool.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Stumbled out. But maybe he tripped over something because his clothes got caught there on the nail and ripped. I think he fell down here, hit his head on that, but he was trying to get his way out of here. I need to die more than you in Phasmo next time. Alright, let's see here. Anything else in here that I didn't interact with? It doesn't look like it. Walls? Is there something about the wall that I missed? Yeah, no, that's reasonable, Sky. I'm like the least experienced out of everybody. I shouldn't be the one who's living as much. I see the key, but I can't pick the key up. What do you do there? Oh, wait, so... Ah, okay.
No air coming through it.
So wait. Whoops. Q. E. R. You can see him down here smoking opioids. Okay. That's all we know about this one? Can't put anything else together with this? Oh, no, okay, so he tripped backwards? Watson just disappeared. Wait, but that doesn't make sense if he fell backwards. It looked like it was the back of his head. Or the front of his head, rather. Maybe it was the back of his head. Are you getting Assassin's Creed vibes? Yeah. Huh. Scandinavian princess's personal bodyguard toured London while off to a never returned from a late-night walk. The police are currently conducting a search. Okay. So, what do we have here, then? Oh, it's clues, right? We need to come over here. Where does Kamihia's trail lead? What else do we have here? Because I'm wondering if we're missing something. A lock with an unusual... Oh, that's right. Right. Hang on a sec. Was that key? That doesn't look like the key. I'm wondering if the other key is missing. Back here. What else do we have? So Captain Stenwick's testimony. It's not here. So we have, this time we need to have one observation. And we need to have 2 of these things. So someone spat chewing tobacco in a corner of the garden. So that does sound like it's probably part of this. Clothes made of Hessian, though. That doesn't feel like it's going to do... like it's going to have anything to do with that. Clues in Stenwick's garden. Footprints. Trail. It's not him. Hit his face in the grain. But you might be right. I don't know. I mean, don't... try not to, like, spoil anything for me. I do want to try and figure this stuff out if I can. Someone's chewing tobacco. Footprints of an unknown person size 11 can be found behind the statue. Judging by the worn-out sole, the footprint belongs to someone from the working class. The back door to Captain Stomach's garden has an unusual lock. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. Someone's blocked the chimney pipe. Parallel tracks run through the middle of the yard. They look fresh. Behind the statue, someone had been chewing tobacco with... okay, so those are kind of together at the moment. I did see the spy scope, yeah, and it... actually, was I just about to look at that? That doesn't actually show up here in my... oh, there's a spyglass on the floor. That's all. Spyglass on the floor and a stack of clothes. Those were the, like, other objects that play any importance, but I don't know... That's that. I did get 8 out of 8? Okay. Yeah, I thought that I had. We can go back to Stenwick and see what he has to say. Apparently there are... okay, hold up a second. So we've seen those 2. 2. Got him over there as 3. Okay, if there's anything else out here... provide evidence. Okay. Well, let's see. Clothes are made from it. No. Spyglass, no. Someone blocked the chimney.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
I think that that's relevant here.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
What are you talking about?
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Okay. So, I mean, that means we do know that it wasn't him back there.
Are you joking? Why would I know this?
I don't know why you would know this. How about the stack of clothes?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Oh, did you? He always wore clothes made of sacks. What about the spyglass?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Okay. So what about the fresh parallel tracks?
Where on earth are you going with this?
I don't know. What about the key? Do you have a key?
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
But I need the keys to examine the garden. Of course I do. Someone spat chewing tobacco. Did he chew
Has
it?
Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimmy here's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Okay. That'll make sense. I mean, it wasn't going to be his chewing tobacco since he never wears shoes anyway. So then now... I guess now we need to go into... here. We've got more evidence. So... see how these things actually help us out. Well, I guess the spyglass could be important as to who that is for. I have 7 of 8. I don't have them all. What did I miss then? Because it's not there. Theoretically, if I use my spidey sense, which is not reactivating. I was looking outside the house. Unless they want me to go look at this painting again. No? So... Or when you say outside the house, you mean on the other side of this locked door? I missed it? How? I feel like if there was something that I could see, it would have come up with that scan, but it doesn't. Unless there's some other one of these things, but there's not. Look there again, over here at the painting. So I already found the cloth, if that's what you're talking about. I already did that. You know, and I already there's no more evidence on that. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Alright, let me see. Return for that last thing at the statue. So, yeah, I did. That's where we can go into this other way of looking at things. And I can see him here. Oh, actually, I have more... Okay, now I have more spots here that I can look for. We go next. Okay. Game looks good, though. Definitely better than the detective games I played many years ago. Yeah? I haven't played too many like this. If any, I don't think. Really. So what is this showing us? Why would it show him being barefoot? It's not somebody who's barefoot. Dummy in there. Spyglass, meaning what? He was spying using the spyglass across there? Alright. Let's come in here. Oh, want to take a look at this one? Here. Next. What? What did that show me? I don't know what that's actually showing me there. Oh, wait. It's outside. Okay. We got this. Yeah. Somebody putting that in there. Oh, did they maybe drop the opioids in? Okay, is that what happened? They lit the opioids and dropped them in and then plugged it up. Okay, Harmonious. We got this one. Yep. Backwards. Then. So he knocked him out, was dragging him, and fell backwards into this. Okay. It would make sense then why they had the cart in order to throw him in there and then go. So, knowing what we know now, I don't know if that gives us any more information here, really. But the tobacco remnants in the spyglass, that definitely plays into whoever took him. Now, we got clues in the garden, the fortress. Mrs. Barnes, that's something totally different. A shack? Cloth in the chimney? I feel like that doesn't help us lead us to wherever he is. But the lock with the unusual keyhole... I don't... None of that was right? What? Why? That doesn't make any sense to me. None of that was right. Hold up a moment. So where does Mejia's trail lead? Parallel tracks behind the statue. So, okay, what if it's like... I mean, I don't think this is actually part of it. Clues. Am I missing something? I'd have to be. It's not this. It's weird, because I feel like we have the information that we need. But it's a little obtuse as to how to put it together. I don't think he has anything more to say to
Why
us.
are you still here?
Well, because I'm doing important stuff to help you out and find your servant. Weird. Unless it's possible that I can go all the way around back. We'll just... Where's the map? We're here. Clues. I can go around back. Just don't know if that's going to show me anything important, but... Since I don't have an answer at the moment, and I'm surprised... What's weird is that we need to provide... the evidence there. I only have 3 things that I can apply. I'm pretty sure it was only 3 things. Let's go. That was just back in there. 3 things. And I thought I tried all 3 things, and none of them stuck. Oh, dude, I have to go a long way around? Yes. I have to go a... Oh, can I not actually get back there? Couldn't I get back there before? Can't get back there now. Okay. So that answers that question. Perhaps there's something else out... front. No. Huh. Get extra points for solving the mystery like in the first try, but I don't know what those points actually apply to. Yes, Brandon. I'm waiting a second. I think I know what you're going to say. Yeah, so where I'm standing. Wait, hang on a sec. What is... Yeah, okay, nope. Here. Spyglass, clothes made of Hessian, chewing tobacco remnants. Perhaps it has to do with this in some way? Docked. Seeing saltpeter near the river. I have no idea why that would apply to this at all, but it shouldn't. His shack. The entrance of the shack are crushed crates and a piece of sackcloth, and the brazier next to the remains is a meal is a charred ball with a characteristic smell. The scent is hard to confuse with anything else that's a narcotic. Among other scattered objects inside is a sack of grain with an imprint. Maybe that's the thing that I needed to have this whole time? It's weird because it throws all these different pieces of evidence out there. So the strand was? Really? What? Why? No, Brandon. It's just her. It's her 5-year anniversary. I don't know if it's her exact 5-year anniversary date, but today is the date that she's celebrating it. I think she just had plans for other games. Which is cool. I get it. I understand. It's a celebration for her. It has nothing to do, you know, it's not... I'm not part of that. Yeah, so there are 3 colors. I get it. Meaning that the blue would be related to items. The whatever this tan is for observations. And then green would be documents. But we don't have the green here. So the documents that doesn't apply here. So I need to figure out what the other clues are. So maybe it's interesting clues, parallel tracks, and behind the statue someone has been... Did I use that one before, though? And items. Another item. So I was thinking maybe the spyglass, but that one didn't take. Clothes made of Hessian? What? Chewing tobacco remnants. Trail. No. What? So someone from the working class. I feel like that could be a pertinent piece of information. Just like the other things, really. I mean, this does tell us who came in here. But what's in the clues from the garden? Parallel tracks behind the statue. Someone had chewing tobacco while hiding for some time. They wore size 11 boots. See, like, that covers this thing. Doesn't it? I feel like it does. I feel like that's the same thing. One is just a little more detailed. What? Am I missing information then? Is that the problem? Am I still missing information? No, I'm not. That's impertinent. Cloth in the chimney. That's the thing is, all of it. Blue, if you're saying there's more to find? I don't know where. Two more scenes, really? How is that possible? How is that possible if I've gone through all this stuff? We've been everywhere, looked over all this stuff, and there's nothing new here. Watson, do you have any insights?
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Well, yeah, I can't...
Do you think Kinetik had an accomplice in this escape?
The key to the back there, sure, but I haven't seen that key anywhere. I don't think I missed it. One where you were marks on the floor. You mean out front there? You know,
yes, Stenwick is no angel.
I literally
but
can't
he's
take
one of
this
my few
key. I
clients.
can't.
Please try to remain courteous.
Can't pick it up. Can't do anything there. The evidence you have pinned influences what you find. Oh, really? Oh, I had no idea. For real. So, okay, if I said the key and I pinned this evidence. Oh my god. Okay, well, they didn't explain that anywhere. So, okay, it's good to have information. That was probably under the how to play the game section that I looked at. Was like, oh, they're probably gonna show me how to do this as we play the game. And, like, that was just a way to be able to, like, get information if you had forgotten. Okay. Usual form, bent to the left. Key print missing. Well, okay, there you go. That would do it. That would explain why I was confused. So... So we have one more... Okay, we have one more scene. That does make sense now. I understand this now. Okay. Get it. That's why there are 5 of those things. So then... that just mean I need to pin more evidence? Or not that. See? You? Fresh pair. Okay, so what if we pin that? Doesn't give me anything here. But there was the other one that it told me to pin. Trailing Captain Stenwick's garden. There are fresh parallel tracks in the garden. That's not part of it. Snap at the door? Well, I can't snap at the door. There's nothing to snap at. You know, there's nothing else here to snap at. We haven't found it yet. So is that just because I don't have the right piece of information pinned? Some interesting clues and stuff. So the parallel tracks. So why is it, when it shows the little pin symbol, what does that mean? That I should be pinning that? And yeah, the tracks. But there's nothing here. I'm a little confused about that. Literally, I have that piece of information pinned. Chewing tobacco remnants. Spyglass. Clothes made of hessian. Shack here. Fresh parallel tracks in the garden. That's what we're currently looking at. Maybe it's this one that needs to be pinned? There's a shortcut to change your pinned evidence without going to the book. Also, like, when we go to a certain area, it prompts me, right? Okay, that's how I can pin, is I can switch through like this. Got it. I'm near old kill. Yeah. See, now that highlights. I needed to click. Oh my god, I had to click at it? Is that what I needed to do? No, wheels, parallel tracks. Yeah, okay, never mind. I didn't need to click. So that doesn't do me any good. I don't know, guys. I don't know what it is that I... Oh. There they are. Finally. Parallel tracks often used... Okay, grass doesn't grow here. Pile of fallen logs.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere.
Finally.
Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Finally. Okay. Logs in the shack are in shambles, as if someone had dropped them. There are similar tracks near Mihia's shack. The garden cart was usually kept under the rain cover. Yeah, so it makes sense. They dumped that out and they carried his body out with him. Okay. So then now, does that mean we have... Which one is that for? Where is the cart? Right here. Okay. We can see cart pulling in wood. Yeah, carrying the body. It makes sense. Leaving with the body. Okay. Oh, I can validate?
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimihia went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth.
Right.
Kimihia inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimihia had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
It does. In fact, we came to that conclusion a while ago. Just had to prove it. Okay. Well, I feel now like I have a better idea of what I needed to be looking for, like in the future. Keep an eye out for those sorts of things.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
Yes, I did.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
Someone was watching.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir, likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
My point is that there are cart tracks dotting the yard.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I am almost finished.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
It was a long
Every
moment.
second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Hand me the bent key. Do it yourself then.
Captain, you are so addled by delusions of competency that you miss the blindingly obvious. Without the assistance of others, you are utterly incapable.
Should have stayed
Kimahir
silent.
endured your nonsense far longer than I will.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Exactly.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
You know what, sir? I don't like you. All we needed was the key. This whole time, we just needed the key. He could have given it to us ages ago. We knew what we needed. When we asked him for it, he was like, of course you shall not have the key. He did say that, didn't he? Or am I just making that up? Okay. Doctor's Trail. I'm guessing... Oh, wait. We got some pinned logs, garden cart. You see anything on the ground? See nothing. Which way would they have gone? There's not too many options here, really. Not going that way. Not going this way. That way it's progressing left. I would have figured that... Oh, there it is. I just didn't see it before. Okay. Maybe I don't find anything here. I just need to look. See. Oh, look at that. Cart marks on the ground. Somehow the cart marks... the little bits of dirt. Oh, I see. The police left. That was the mark from the police cart. You see anything here? Wonder if I missed something back there then. I'll take it a little slower. Oh, that's the cart right there. It's literally right there. Okay. I missed that one bit of trail. Okay. Got hay. Something.
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather.
Yep. What was that? What did I just look at? I looked at something. I don't know what it was. briefly show me... Okay, we got a pouch down here. Just that side. You can open it up. Roy Soulsby.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Possibly.
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Okay. So, like... What I don't understand there is that for the previous Mind Palace thing, that our piece of evidence was the news about the ship and the explosion and the leaking saltpeter. That somehow that was tied to this disappearance. With basically zero evidence to support that, as far as I'm aware. Maybe there was something that I missed. But now we have the evidence of the saltpeter that would have tied it together, and you'd be like, huh, interesting. Now I have to connect a lot of dots. Well, now that's true. Now I do. Yeah, because the question is, why would they try and take Kimihia?
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
Yeah, makes sense. He was a sailor. Okay, investigation scene completed. I just brute force it before? I did, but... Okay, like, can I bring it up here? So the strand, right? Here were my options for where does Kimihia's trail lead. And I had the spyglass, the clothes made of hessian, the chewing tobacco remains. Those were like, and then the strand, right? There was those four. Out of all of those pieces of those items, I would have thought something like the spyglass. Like, well, who's likely to have a spyglass? Well, it could be somebody who's a sailor, right? That would be sort of an important piece of information. Or possibly the chewing tobacco. Maybe it's a very specific type of chewing tobacco that comes from whatever place. And then that would be evidence. But this article in the paper, I don't see how that tied in. Now I do. What are the notable features of the abductor? Well, again, we've got notable features. Well, probably the wallet with saltpeter, I would say. And the calling card. Those are pretty notable. But maybe I'm mistaken. Observations. So what are the notable features of the abductor? Size, okay, 11. Which one was this? Probably not that. This one just... Abduction appeared, went to sleep. So, distance. Blocked it. Held the sedative. Fell back, dropped the spyglass. Oh, you had that strand of info from beforehand? Right, exactly. I had that from the beginning. I know, I didn't find it in there. I already had that piece of information. Again, all I'm saying is, at the time, I don't see how I explicitly would have known that that was a relevant piece of information, because it literally could have been anybody from anywhere. So why did it have to do... Like, how would we have known that it had to do with the ship docking? Brain sure is gross when you look at it close enough. That's true, Vang. Yeah. Okay. Off the chimney, no. Abductor's trail, no. Shack, I wouldn't think so. I don't think it's anything over here. No. I would say it would probably be this. Someone from the working class with size 11 shoes. Really? Notable features, the sailor's knot and the spyglass. Okay, all right then. The card with the name is not a notable feature. Okay, maybe it's just a name, and that's not what they're saying, is that maybe the feature is how I could track them down without using their name. Particular knot, a spyglass, and the footprints of a working man's boots. They all add up to one conclusion. Kimihia's abductor is a sailor. Yeah, we knew it. I think we knew that. And the sounds. Okay, where does his trail lead? Okay, so we found the notable features. Maybe this is why. Maybe I wasn't thinking about this properly. Found the notable features. Now, where does it lead? We know that we have the information about the Strand. We have the calling card. And I would guess the wallet with the saltpeter. Oh, no. So yeah, the calling card makes sense. And then we have observations. The abductor is a sailor. That's probably the piece of information we need to have here. His calling card? Is it important? What? Ah, fuck off, game. We now know that Kimehia's kidnapper is most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Kimehia, we must head to the port of London. There's no time to lose. It is vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately.